It's Madden NFL 23, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC East rivals. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
It was an educational rookie season for Zach Wilson, who was drafted to be the eventual face of the Jets as the team worked through a lengthy rebuild. 2,300 yards and 9 touchdowns as a rookie. He did miss some time mid-season with an injury, but I really like the work that the Jets have done to put people around him and give him his best opportunity to be not only the face of this franchise, but get him back into perennial playoff contention.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
The Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack, and at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Buffalo gave Allen the most guaranteed money in league history before the start of last season, and boy, did he justify it by playing at an elite level once again, taking the Bills to 11 wins and another division title. Along the way, he threw for over 4,400 yards again and ran for 760 with 42 total touchdowns for a top 5 offense. They were knocked out in an overtime thriller against Kansas City in the playoffs, and they will be one of the favorites to win the AFC this season.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had a great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. 3.5 to go, first quarter. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground with Carter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low. Let's get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The general manager of the New York Jets continues to make investments in the receiver room in this draft. 10th overall pick. They invested again, this time with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Great speed, outstanding body control, really goes up and snatches the ball out of the air. Everything that you're looking for in a WR1. He gets the 1st down right there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run with Hall. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Lock it.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 31 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Buffalo set to get the football back here. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Allen. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 56 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how.
And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. There he goes left side. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection and led to the block.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On play action, Allen. A spin, and he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To the air, Allen forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Back to throw. Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, look at that hurdle, and now some room to run. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Rolling. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense for that incompletion.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got an open man. It's Diggs on the comebacker. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A give up the middle to Carter. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carter straight ahead. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Hurdles over him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 22-yard scamper. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Holding, proceeding.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Wilson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. They got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Throwing is Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's right, dog.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Singletary again, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.